All these sharks at the table, yeah. Every smile got an angle. Every chip got a story. I'm just stacking inventory. Yeah. Micro stakes to the main. I was grinding in the rain, clicking buttons in the dark. Study charts, study pain. APT on my chest, same hoodie, same seat. I don't chase, I don't tilt, I just watch how they breathe. See the tremor in the hand, hear the joke run long. When the flop come dry, you can tell who's strong. 4 kings when I'm deep, far right when it's thin. I don't pray for the river, I just play for the win. Yeah. APT poker, I don't play hope, I play ranges. I've been in the same small room while my life rearranges. Every tour, every stop, new ring, same dangers. APT poker, no luck, just grinding strangers. Late red, late night, blink slow, bright lights. I've been up 3 days, chasing edges, not hype. Saw a kid punch stacks, trying to bluff his whole soul. Saw vet 4 queens, cause the story too cold. I got notes in my phone, on your left, on your side. You don't know, I already knew what you do. Turning river, pre-flop to the sky. This ain't card, it's a war between fear and belief. You can have all the chips, still be playing for relief. Whoa, whoa. APT poker, I don't play hope, I play ranges. I've been in the same small room while my life rearranges. Every tour, every stop, new ring, same dangers. APT poker, no luck, just grinding strangers. Blind versus blind, heart versus mind. Who you trust in the end? When the pot get big and the math slips thin, is it fate, is it math, is it you, is it them? APT on the felt, this the life that I'm in, yeah. APT poker, I don't play hope, I play ranges. I've been in the same small room while my life rearranges. Every tour, every stop, new ring, same dangers. APT poker, no luck, just grinding strangers.
Yes, welcome back to Play Live. Should I say wildcard poker? I'm going to turn that. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. The button. Here it is. Get rid of that ticker. And we are down to 17 of 293 entrants into the Melbourne Champs. This is day 2. The final day, and you're here on Wildcard Poker, and we are going to stream for a little while. We're going to see some action. We're going to turn the music down, it's a little bit excessive, and we are down to 17, as I said before. Still 9 players here on the feature table. Let's just run down the prize pool. 100k for first, second place 60k, third 38,000, fourth 28,000, fifth 22, sixth 17.5 thousand, seventh or pocket 14k, eighth is 11k, and ninth 9.9 thousand. Everybody else is in the money now, so everyone else is guaranteed $4.5 thousand, 4.5k, and the blinds are currently 40 big blind ante. And this event, the Melbourne Champs, is taking place at Oakwood, Premier Melbourne, and I believe there's all a seat for the Melbourne Millions up top with the $100,000 prize. Buy-in $14.50 and $200 for the ticket fee, with a total prize pool $424,000. It's a little warm up before the the Aussie Millions, I should say. And so let's dive into the action here and see what we got going on. The Penguin is in the dealer's seat today, and the action is Snugly on seat 9. The Fong. Luca in seat 1. 21 bigs in the hijack. Looks down at ace queen off. His first to open. The action. Raising. Min click open from Luca. Charlie Hugh. Joe Wong. He's on the small blind with 8-7. Doesn't like it. Ooh. Amit. Ace 4 of hearts here in the big blind. Certainly calling. Question is, any harder? Enough is enough, he says. Let's see some cards. 1, 2, 3 from the Penguin. Jack 2-2. Jack quack quack, as I like to call that. Quack quack jack. Either way. Lucas still ahead here. But choption's on the table. If another jack comes, there's a split. There's a chop. Luca. Keeping the pressure on. Continuing the line. And Amit. Folding. Doesn't like what he sees. Gets out of the way. So, here we are. Billy Haun, 42 bigs, and Justin Zhu, also 42 bigs. Tying the chip lead here on this feature table. Looking around, I'm scouting Oscar Fong, seems to be second. And Jim Andredes is in seat 2 with 31 bigs. The small stack is Michael Pinzone, 7.5. Pressure's on. And everyone else has a bit of breathing room. 16 bigs is the other 2 small stacks here. So naturally, pressure is on Michael. And the action is also finding the fold. The Zoo gets out of the way. No Fong. Doesn't like it. Luca picks up. Suited 10-5. Puts it away. Stephen Hawking gets out of the way as well. Joe Wong. King 10 on the button. Hasn't put his left hand on his right shoulder, so there's no risk of a stroke just yet. Keep an eye out for that. Some of the seasoned vets will occasionally place the hand on the shoulder, which indicates heart problems. He finds the fold there, King 10. Tightening up, Amit, Ace 9 of clubs. In the small blind, blind versus blind action, big blind is just staring him down. And Amit limps. And Billy Hyun on the big blind looks down to 8-2. Disgusted in what he sees. Checks. The flop comes Ace 2-9, bringing Amit top pair and top 2 pair, I should say, and Billy Hyun bets out 1 big with his pair of 2s, and Amit must be licking the lips metaphysically here. Now, if he does call, definitely should. He probably has Billy thinking hearts. But he raises to 115, and Billy is thinking, what's this guy got? He didn't raise me pre-flop. Didn't raise me pre-flop. So can he be that strong? And the turn comes, the 10 of hearts, which could be bad for action. Although Amit, after raising the flop there, has it all. Could see a fold for Billy. It's really a battle of crossing the arms here. Who can cross their arms tighter? Some finger twitching happening. And who do we see next to Billy? It's Michael. Pin zone. Do love the noggin. Nice and smooth. I appreciate it. Also being a smooth head myself. A couple of smooth heads on this table, actually. And one in the booth. Wildcard poker. That's me. Tucker. Bringing the comms. The penguin now splits, ruffles and riffles the deck. Looks up to the TD. And she says, boys, double bag it. Bag it and tag it. You're out of here, son, she says to Justin Zhu. You are the chosen one. Get out of here, pal. And he scurries away with his bag of biscuits. Scurries away like a rat. A little rat with his bag of biscuits. And now we have Luca. Poised. With King 9. Hearts. Suited. Too much of a gap, he says. Stephen Hawking. Yeah, doesn't want to play. 6 ducks. Gets binned immediately. And Charlie, here he goes. Looks like he's going to jam it in here. I would if I was him. I'd jam it in at the risk of not making 100 grand. I'd fold too, I think. Yeah. It's not that great, is it? It's all right when you're playing a $50 buy-in, but when you're playing for 100,000 and potentially a seat in the Melbourne Millions, which is potentially millions if you win that, pocket threes, not a long-term sustainable option jamming from this far away from the big blind. Anyway, we have Amit, the VPIP king. I'd like to see some VPIP stats, folks. There's quite a bit of shine on that button, isn't it? Sparkly. And Billy Hun. Queen Jack of Diamonds in the small. Amit has raised his A7 off to 115. Garners a call out of Billy. Big blind cannot defend. 8-2 off and correctly tips it into the trash. Although would have had the best hand. And now Billy checks his double gutter. Not a bad spot to be in. Backdoor diamonds also there for him. and double gutter, ace or a 9, delivering an immaculate straight potential amidst not loving that card, now bringing the straight flush draw, the straight flush draw, and he has the straight locked up. He's locked up to the nuts right now. Is my good friend Billy. Unbeatable. Unbeatability. And the 10 comes from the river. Slight action killer. If it was a 2 or a 3, any other denomination, but Billy doesn't care if the board pairs. He says, I bet you 150, he says. What does Amit think about this situation? As I take a drink of Mount Franklin, lightly sparkling. Can you see that? I can't see it. It's invisible. I'm drinking invisible water. So, Billy has 23 bigs and Amit has 12. And he folds. And Billy takes down the pot with his nutted straight. Open-ended straight flush draw that missed on the river, but yet we have another elimination from downstairs, and Amin just crushing souls, taking souls. Oh my goodness, crushing dreams downstairs. Hopefully you can do some light work of the rest of them and we can get down to 9 quick. Anyway, the Penguin here is one of my favorite dealers. He dealt for me my final table, my only final table, in an APL PLO event where I did come third. Came third folding, as they say. Got out of the way of the big stack and allowed him to annihilate the field. He was half cut and he couldn't miss. Flop a full house every time. And Amit wakes up now after that last hand. After being entangled with Billy, he wakes up with ace. And it's coloured as well, both black aces. And Billy doesn't wake up with anything decent this time on the button, but he considers his options. Rightfully chooses. Get the hell out of the hand. Amit raising to 100k, the big blind with 6 and an 8. Does he think something? He does have a lot of blinds. Seconds to act. Puts in the call. Does our good friend Oscar Fong. And the flop does come. Club. And Oscar Fong checks. Amit continues to bet. How much? 90,000. Takes down the pot. Shuts it down. The chip count is Billy Hyun, 1.8 million. Oscar, 1.4. Jimmy, 1.2. The rest of the field, under 1 million. The small stack on this table is Michael Pinzone, 175,000 at 3.5 bigs. And he is simply existing. It's just a matter of time before he is blinded out of this tournament or is forced to jam with some weak hand against Pocket Kings. Will it be this round or will it be the next? Does anybody know? Joe Wong. Billy Hyun, King Jack off. Not too bad. In the cutoff. Might be worth a little raise. A little bit of something. Does. And the pin zone. Pins one, eh? Pins one, eh? Ooh, A6, probably strong enough to stick it in, find out. You know what I mean? It's 4 a.m. on a Friday night. Oh my goodness. And he is not playing to win at all. He's playing to simply try to ladder, and he's going to ride his luck here with A6 going into the trash. Unfortunately. Looks like he's checking the solver now to see if in fact that was the approved fold, or should he have jammed there. I'd say the solver will quickly respond with, put your freaking chips in the middle, son. But the pin zone did not. Now he comes back to the table. A little bit. Hang on a second. Let me just check that again. Oh, we've had a dealer change. The Penguin been given a pilchard, and he's going for a little lie down. We now have the new dealer. The Sloth. Good dealing, Slothy. And how do we like the new track, guys? How do we feel about the new track? Yeah, this is the APT soundtrack created tonight by AI. Yeah. Micro stakes to the main. I was grinding in the rain, clicking buttons in the dark, study charts, study pain. This is the premiere. Now pin zone jams all in with the A6. Finally, unfortunately this time, he's going to run into Luka Jumik, who is well ahead. And he jams it in. Oh, and right behind is Jim Andretti with Kings. Unbelievable. And Luca is gotta be puking. Absolutely disgusting. He tried to squeeze Jim out and just walk straight into King. Oh, trying to isolate the small stack, and this is absolute the worst case scenario here for Luca, with one of his outs taken by the small stack. Let's see what can happen here. Let's see a flop. 7, 10, 3, 1 heart, so still backdoor hearts to come. No help with the brick duck on the turn. The river is a jack of diamonds, and there is a double elimination here as Stephen Hawking unceremoniously wipes out Luca. Has to call there with pocket kings and see you later, senorita, sayonara, nice to meet ya. Back to the pavilion for both of you lads, and we are now down to 13 runners. Wow, just wow. Stephen Hawking there with a magnificent call. Absolutely filthy if you're Luca there, knowing that you were just trying to squeeze. You didn't want to get caught in that position. Basically, aces and kings is the only thing that's going to snap you off there, and got him. See ya. And our good friend Pinzone, he's off as well. So double elimination there. The sickest of sick. You walked into it, and now we're down 13 in the Melbourne Champs. Day 2 of the APT.
Too cold. I got notes in my phone on your left, on your side. You don't know, I already knew what you do. Turn the river pre-flop to the sky. This ain't card, it's a war between fear and belief. You can have all the chips.
Oh, thought we were taking a little break there, but no, we're not. We're back again. What action! So we had the jam there from the small stack with 3.5 bigs. We had the squeeze with Luca with 17 bigs, and the call there from Jim Andretti that had him covered, and it's now propelled him into the chip lead, having the pocket kings in that situation. Just a dream boat for Jimmy Hawking, I like to call him, and everybody else just absolutely stoked. They've just made over 1,000 in ladder there. 1,250 they've made just by watching that play out, and pretty soon they'll be into the 5-figure payouts here. So Jimmy Andreas is opening up with King 10 offsuit from the small blind, and Charlie Hugh with 10 bigs considers his options. Queen 6 doesn't love it, gives up the big blind to the chip leader, who's playing bully. Knows how to swing a big stack, does Jimmy, and he's in a great spot now. Let's see what our co-commentators have to say about that last hand, if they're still talking about it.
He destroyed the table a few times, so no offense to Patrick, who I love, but Matty Marshall probably would crush Patrick Russell heads up. See Matty run up a stack absolutely blind off his nanas, from a couple of $100 to a few thousand in a few hours, so it wouldn't surprise me if Matty Marshall did the same thing to Patrick Russell. So I might have to take Matty in that heads-up match. Anyway, under the gun here, going to Amit, who folds the ace, the 8-7 of diamonds, going to be folded.
That's enough. That's enough. All right, cool. So they're not talking about that hand anymore, but it was pretty sick. And now we have Jimmy, the chip leader, Stephen Hawken. He has 9-9, red-black. And he's kicked it up. No, he hasn't kicked it up. He's jammed all in. That is absolutely sickening on the button. He's just gone, I'll flip you for your whole stack. And the boys have gone, no, thank you. And so Jimmy will take another set of blinds, and we'll go to see what's going on here.
There's pocket nines, the flop comes down. Queen do 6. And then a 6 diamonds on the turn, and a 4 of
9 fold.
Pocket nines. Take that one down. As Matthew Christo gets eliminated in 13th position there.
Now we're down to 12.
Is that Ben Richards?
Now we're down to 12.
Ben?
Outstanding stuff here. The final table's coming quicker than we could have ever expected. But eventually the blinds are gonna take a while to catch up to the action, I'd say. But what do we see here? See our small stack. Charlie Hugh and Oscar Thong. Jimmy 4-2 folds. Charlie Hugh and the button 5-4 folds. Let's see if we can get some blind on blind violence. Joe Wong, small blind with under 10 bigs, I believe. 10. No, it's not. It's yes, it is Joe. And he folds to Amit, who is happy to receive the chip. Happy to receive the chip. And then we have Jimmy Andreas now, 2.5 million, 50 bigs. Billy Hyun, 39 bigs. We got Oscar Thong, 28. Then we've got Amit, 16 bigs. And Joe Wong and Charlie Hugh both about 10 bigs. So let's see what the sloth can do with this deal here. He has cut the deck, he's shuffled, and now he's allocating cards in a chronological order here, in a clockwise fashion. He is quite pleased with his performance there. And now each player is guaranteed 8,000. No, 12 will take a little bit less, but you know what I'm trying to say. Most of them are guaranteed 8,000. One of them's guaranteed 6,750. Oscar Fong. He re-raises just a min click from the under the gun position with Queen King of clubs. On the button here, Joe Wong is not impressed by 10-7. And Amit is the first to admit when he's beat and folds. And Billy Hyun might feel a bit empowered here to get crazy with King 10. Puts in the call. His hand is currently crushed. And the Queen comes, crushing it further with 2 clubs. So it's a double crush. He's basically drawing to runner 10s. Or some kind of ace jack unlikely chop, and has to avoid a club. So there's a few outs that is missing here for Billy Hyun, as Oscar continues to light him up. And what do we see? 2 of the bigger stacks going at it. And Billy lays it down. Apparently a couple of the players have decided to go and have something to eat instead of continue. In this spot, 3 of the 6 players currently remain seated. They come back now. Difficult call here for who's best dressed tonight. I think the dealer might take it, actually. The red tie. Looking pretty sharp. Everybody else is basically just wearing what they wore to bed last night. Obviously got the polo there from Jimmy. And then just a few casual t-shirts from seats 3 through to 6. Nothing real special. And Charlie Hugh, 8.7, ace 10. And the hijack doesn't like it. Gets out of the way after the big stack made a raise. And I guess if you got 10 bigs in this position, you're 3 spots from the final table. You can get to the final table with less than 5 bigs and be happy, I guess. So let's not get carried away. It's taking him some restraint though, Charlie, to not just put it on in there. And Amit has a slight edge on his opponent, but does fold. Billy Hyun. Queen 4 off in the small blind. Quickly returned to the dealer. Oscar Fong always contemplating his decision. What should be standard fold. Taking some time. Not impressed with the dealer by the looks. Saying to himself, come on, sloth. Pick your act up. Again, Jimmy extending his lead to 53 bigs. And Charlie Hugh at the bottom of the barrel here with 8.7. Can only imagine the nerves that some of these players must be feeling. A few of them still living in their mother's basement, so the opportunity to get an Airbnb for the weekend and perhaps a few hookers lose their virginity, appealing. You can probably get an Airbnb for around 11k in Melbourne, I'd reckon, for 2 nights. And Amit folding. Billy now 8-7, 7-2. In position, but card poor. Ace 10 here from Oscar. Playing into the big stack, so it's a scary proposition for him. But we'll see a raise, I'm sure. 3x the big here. He wants a count. How much do you have in total, he says. How many big blinds do you got? About 26, says Oscar. And he calls in with 9-6 of clubs. We go to a flop here. Oscar does pick up a gut shot and still maintains ace high as the best hand here. Leading out with a C bet. He bets the ocean, as I like to say. That's the C. He gets the fold. Snapfold there from Jimmy Andreas, aka Stephen Hawking. And the Fong man picks up 200,000, delivers them to himself. Playing off of 29 big blinds, effective. That's the most annoying saying in poker. Effective. And it is the sloth who is dealing now. Split, chop, split, cop, cut, chop, split, chop. Shuffle, wiffle, waffle. Ripple. 12 left. Here, the Melbourne Champs Day 2. In the Oakwood. The Oakwood. And it looks like they're looking towards the TV of some description. Is there an all-in downstairs, or what's occurring? Joe Wong, no good. Amit, no good. Billy Hyun, 3-3. Not loving it. 6-2 for Oscar Fong. Oscar Fong, no good. Blind versus blind violence now. And Jim Andreas jams on Charlie Hugh. Jams on the small stack and just depletes him of his vital life force. He's sucking him in position, is the chip leader. Just keeping that pressure on the vulnerable wildebeest. He's just not allowing him to rest and not allowing him to get on the attack either. It's all in to call every time. There's no flops to be seen. It's just flip it or zip it. And he's done a good job of keeping Charlie Hugh zipped. Now Billy, the kid, picks up 10-9 off. Actually, he picks up 10 ace off. So I was close there. He puts in a little mini raise. Raises it up a min click. And Oscar Fong says King 9 no. The big stack. He's going to have a peep with Queen Jack, I dare say. Oh, I lied. He folded. Disappointing there from the big stack. Joe Wong. Jack 6. On the big blind. As I take a sip of the invisible can. Australian cactus moss water, I believe it's called. And the Wong. He's snagged himself a 6 here. Top pair. Top of the board. And Billy hasn't. Now the pot's 275 and Joe has 300 behind. And he bets the pot 250 directly at Billy, and he's basically saying, I'm all in. Basically saying, I'm all in. And Billy looks a little bit disgusted on the action, but he also doesn't have a spade. And that doesn't help his cause. The Oakwood Premiere. Melbourne Champs. Day 2. Australian Poker Tour. Doing the damn thing. $14.50 plus $200 in ticket fee. It's a total of $16.50 to get in here and have a crack at a $425,000 prize pool. Up top, $100K plus a seat to the Aussie Millions coming up later this year in Crown Casino, Melbourne. And Billy folds. Oscar now in the hijack. Ace of Hearts. Jack of Spades. Jimmy. King 9 of Clubs. Looks like he's re-raising. Re-raising here. 3-bet to 275. Charlie Hugh folds. Interesting to watch here. Oscar go into the tank. He's jammed all in the face of Jim Andreas. 3-bet raising him there. And he wants a count. He throws it in, says, no, thank you. And Jim caught there with his hand in the cookie jar. And Oscar with the balls to put it all in to say, well, if you've got it, come and get it. And he didn't have it there. So it's 5 big blinds that Jim now doesn't have. Oscar is catching him. He's wearing the APT patch. Is Oki Fong. Ok Fong. And now with pocket sevens, raises to 100 min clicks. Jimmy, Ace 3 gets out of the way. Charlie Who doesn't do. Joe Wong does not belong. Amit. Is he going to get frisky here with Ace King of Diamonds? How's he going to play this one? Is he going to play it as a 3-bet? Or is he going to play it as a call? And he has jammed it all in. And Oscar is in a spot where it's about a third of his stack. Oh, might be more. More like half of his stack to call. I thought he put in the call there, but he was just sewing in the time chip. I think this will be a fold. 39 bigs. And they're playing the 14 big stack. Effective. It's effective. It's effectively 14 bigs. Effective. And then let's say Oscar is in the blender and he's out of the blender, and he's put the cards into the shredder and taken the contents of the shredder to the tip, and the tip has taken the contents of itself to the incinerator, maybe taken it to ash oven, and he has put it in the crematorium, and they lit it on fire, and they took the ashes from those pocket sevens in a boat 1,000 miles out to sea. I wonder if that's a thing. Yeah, 1,000 miles out to sea, and tipped them into the ocean, and they were never seen of again. It's a shame we can't get a rabbit hunt just for the streamers, just to see what would have occurred there, just for whatever unknown reason, just to see what would have happened. And Oscar Fong there checks to make sure his abs are still strong after that last hand, just to recalibrate. Bit of a tap pokey poke. And Joe Wong just under 10 bigs. And the cutoff has A7. Probably in the bottom, 20 to 45% of his range there with A7. Doesn't love it. Amit on the button. Again, in the weaker half of his range here with King 7 off. No good. Blind on blind crime about to occur. Billy doesn't like to tangle with the Fong man, especially when the Fong man has ace-9 of suits and has it well dominated. But Billy just gets out of the way in third position, respects his elders, as in the one who has the more chippies. And there's some random bloke sitting over there on the left. You're looking at me, aren't you, mate? Looking at me. The left-hand side there. Just sitting there on his phone, kind of just scoping things out. Maybe he's back to player and he's worried that he's going to run. Yeah, looking at me, aren't you, mate? Looking at me. You looking at me, aren't you? He's just sitting there. Maybe he's worried that he lent Billy Hyung some money and Billy Hyung's going to do a runner. And he's like, I'm not letting this guy out of my sights until he's cashed and I've got my money back. Why do I pick on Billy Hyun? What's it about Billy Hyun that makes me think that he's Charlie Hugh? No, he hasn't. He's jammed it all in, but it's the first time that he's been able to. So he's under the gun. It's the only opportunity he's got to act first, and hasn't been knocked out of the pot by Stephen Hawking. And now he's jammed it all in with Jack 10 of clubs, which is great holdings. If you're, not running into Oscar Thong with ace 10, I guess, on the small blind. And it's definitely a call for Oscar. And he makes it. And Jimmy gets out of the way, and we're going to run it here. Jack 10 versus ace 10, both suited. Clubs versus diamonds. 7, 8, 9 would be filthy. A filthy way to double up here for Charlie Hughes. 7, 8, 9. Let's go on the flop. 7, 8, 9. What's in the window? 3. King. Oh, here we go. There's a chance. Both players with a straight draw. And Hugh, man, is out of here. See you later, buddy. GG's and all that. They do like to deal the cards quite quickly, I've noticed. No room for suspense. I'd prefer a little bit of suspense so we can digest the turn and just have a moment to think what the river needs to be, because they waste plenty of time doing all this shit, dealing, whiffling, cutting, ruffling, whatever. But when it comes to running it out, I think we could just take a couple more seconds to enjoy the moment and to build up some foreplay before revealing the answer to the question everyone wants to know. So Amit wakes up with Ace Queen. He's about to fall out of his chair. He's so happy. 15 bigs, 11 players remain, 5 on this feature table, 6 downstairs. Oscar, he's picked up Jack. Here we go. This could be fireworks. He has asked for a count from Amit, who has raised slightly, clicked it, and Oscar wants to know, what do you got behind? And he has 3-bet to 300k, and Jimmy has woken up with King Queen offsuit, and he's now interrogating Oscar about how much he has. Unbelievable. Joe Wong now, Ace Jack of Hearts. This is a cooler. This is a heater and a cooler. What's going on here? Who dealt this? This is excellent. Now Joe's small stacked, so he's only got 8 blinds, but he's walking into something here. He's behind. He's drawing in big trouble to both hands that he's against here. Jack no good, and Ace no good. So he's basically hoping for a straight or a flush to come with his hearts, or potentially some other kind of backdoor savior if he decides to play here. And he doesn't. He reads the situation well and avoids being sucked into a squeeze off. Squeeze your face off. And even Amit must feel that he's up against pockets of some description. Does he hope to... yes, he folds. Lays it down. Nice. Oscar Fong now extends into the chip lead with 45 bigs, and Jimmy is 35, Billy Hyun 25, Amit 15. So there's a 10 gap between them all. 45, 35, 25, 15, and then Joe Wong on 8. So here we go. The sloth has been relieved of his duties, and the penguin, our man, is back. What a savage. Touring the country, delivering the hot hands to everyone. And you're obviously tuned into the wildcard poker. Not your average commentary. Not your average poker commentary. Not afraid to say, hey, mate, you look like Stephen Hawking. Have you been to Epstein's Island lately? Not many shits given at wildcard. And not afraid to have a bit of fun. Oh, the glasses have gone back on here. So, seems like a strange thing to do at night time, doesn't it? Put sunnies on. But now there's no one in between seat 2 and seat 4. So Jimmy is raising into the next small stack on the table, Joe Wong. And Amit with 13 bigs is sad about it. 6-2, not fun. So as I was saying, my name is Tucker, and I'm your host for the evening, Wildcard. And we'll be wrapping up the stream shortly. We never promised we'd be staying on to do the whole thing, to stream indefinitely. We are under no obligations to continue to broadcast it. The Penguin dealing out some doozies here. And the clock box. Jimmy, the Jet 5. Joe Wong. Be free 10. Put it away, son. He's in position though, but he's got nothing. He's got 10-3. It's literally gross. Amit. I'm the first to admit that's shit. See you later, sayonara, goodbye. Into the bin. Billy, hi-yun. Shows the ace as it's folded around to him. Now, I'm pretty cooked. So tomorrow, it is Monday, and we've seen a couple of hands here live at the Oakwood Premier Melbourne for the Melbourne Champs, Day 2. And seen some savage play. Seen a double knockout, gross double knockout there where Luca tried to squeeze Jimmy out of the pot. And Jimmy found pocket kings right behind, snapped him off, and couldn't be caught. And knocked out himself and Pizzone and Pinzone. And that was a rough pot for them. Good little double for Jimmy. Triple. Was it a triple? Almost a triple, yep. And Oscar Fong, ever since, has just dominated. And now Joe says, hell yeah, baby. We got the Solver special. Ace 5 off. And let's put the sunnies on before we see if anyone wants to call. And Billy Hayun, he's going to call. Snaps it off. Oscar Fong in the big. He's right to fold. And now we're going to race for a little bit more than 14 bigs. Oofed. Can we get a duck? No. And the sevens take it. Flopped a set, and the ace 5 could not recover. And so we're down now to 10. There's only 4 left on this table. So clearly there's 6 left downstairs. And are they going to rebalance here? Or are they thinking, let's play four-handed for a little while? Hopefully not. And it looks like the players are ready set to go on a little break here. But we are going to shut the stream down. So this has been Wildcard Poker, your rogue wildcard commentator, Tucker, in the booth, as we have covered some of the Melbourne Champs in Day 2 of the APT, Australian Poker Tour. And we have seen some action from 18th down to 10th. And we'd like to thank the Penguin for his services in the dealer's seat and everyone involved here, bringing these live streams to the world. And that'll do us, I dare say, unless there's something else that can be said. Yeah. Oh.
Every chip got a story, I'm just stacking inventory. Yeah. Micro stakes to the main, I was grinding in the rain, clicking buttons in the dark, study charts, study pain, APT on my chest, same hoodie, same seat, I don't chase, I don't tilt, I just watch how they breathe, see the tremor in the hand, hear the joke run long, when the flop come dry, you can tell who's strong, 4 kings when I'm beat, call light when it's thin, I don't pray for the river, I just play for the win, yeah. APT poker, I don't play hope, I play ranges, I've been in the same small room, while my life rearranges every tour, every stop, new ring, same dangers, APT poker, no luck, just grinding strangers, late red, late night, blink slow, bright lights, I've been up 3 days, chasing edges, not hype, saw a kid punch stacks, trying to bluff his whole soul, saw a vet 4 queens, cause the story too cold, I got notes in my phone, on your left, on your side, you don't know, I already knew what you do, turn the river pre-flop to the sky, this ain't card, it's a war between fear and belief, you can have all the chips, still be playing for relief, whoa, whoa. APT poker, I don't play hope, I play ranges, I've been in the same small room, while my life rearranges every tour, every stop, new ring, same dangers, APT poker, no luck, just grinding strangers.